Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well out there. Just wanted to do a short announcement. Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on in the podcast world, in the Mikeadelic world. There was no episode last week because I was at the Sonic Bloom Music Festival here in Colorado, which was epic. It was just awesome. Probably the best festival that I've ever been to. It was really, truly incredibly amazing. And so I'm going to be doing a podcast about the festival, a recap of what it was like, the experiences, the artists that I met and saw. I'm also going to be having people that I met at the festival on the podcast, some artists and the creator of the festival, Jamie Janover, as well as some musical artists and some art artists. I didn't know any other way to say it. We're going to have Mr. Melty, who is one of my favorite artists I've been following on Instagram. Just an awesome painter, makes some cool stuff. So if you're interested, check out Mr. Melty. He's on Instagram, and I'm sure his website is Mr. Melty as well. And just it was just such an amazing time. So I just wanted to announce that there was no episode last week because of that. I also have a lot of other big things in the pipeline, stuff coming up that are going to be really exciting. One of them is going to be a new service that I'm going to be offering, and I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to do a solo cast as well. So this episode really is just to give you guys a little briefing, a little breakdown as to what's going on, what to expect. I am now selling stickers on my website. So if you go to Mikeadelic.com, that's MikeBranc, Mikeadelic.com, you'll see in the shop there, I have stickers for sale. I believe it's a 4-pack of stickers for $5 and flat rate shipping for like for $1 because it's, but they're awesome stickers. They're vinyl stickers. They're weather resistant, waterproof. They're really, really nice stickers. I really like them a lot. And people seem to be really pleased with them. I was handing them out to people at Sonic Bloom. And so you can purchase those stickers on the website. It's all set up, everything there. You'll also notice another tab on the website if you go to Mikeadelic.com and it says Flow Sessions. So the quick summary of this is I decided that I want to start offering what I'm going to be calling Mind Jam Flow Sessions. One of my favorite things in the world to do, one of the reasons why I love doing this podcast is I love getting into deep, long conversations with people. When I first started listening to podcasts, the podcasts that I really enjoyed were like the 3-hour Joe Rogan, Duncan Trussell, and Christopher Ryan podcasts where they would just riff and jam and talk about all kinds of things. And those are my favorite kinds of things. And I really am a big believer in the power of conversation, the power of deep, long-form conversation with no goal, with no plan, with no intention or anything really other than just to be present with someone for a long time and to go deep and to be real and to be raw. We find ourselves living in this world where we don't really have the space to do that. We communicate online, we communicate through iMessages, text messages, DMs, posts, Reddit, threads. We communicate in all these different ways of messaging and through text and mediated by a screen. And even when we get together with friends and family members and loved ones and people that we are around, even coworkers, we never really have the time to fully unload all the things that are going on in our lives, the things that we're thinking about, the ideas that we have, the dreams that we want to share. I want to be that person to hold that space for a conversation with anybody. And, over the years, I've read a lot of self-help books. I've looked at a lot of sort of life coaches. I've seen a lot of therapists, counselors. I've had a lot of experience with these sorts of things, and I've always been sort of off-put by the certainty of the packages that they're selling. we're gonna fix your problems, 10 steps to get better, follow my program, this, that, and the other thing. And so what I want to make is something that's really, really, really affordable. It's not going to be a lot of money. It's going to be really affordable, and it's going to give you a lot of time to work through whatever is going on in your life, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking. We need to connect with other human beings. We need the ability to unload and let ourselves go and just ramble and babble and talk and just get it all out. Get it all out. All of your deepest, desires, fears, worries, plans, ideas, things that you're excited about, whatever it is. And we need the space to do that. We need the availability to do that. And I just am such a big believer in the power of conversation, of getting real, of sitting down and getting real and being raw and just letting it all flow. And longtime listeners of this show will know that a lot of the times when I do a solo podcast, I'm talking, all of a sudden I hit a state of flow. I hit a flow state, a state where time and space doesn't exist anymore, where I don't even know what's happening. I just become a sort of conduit for an energy that I don't know where it's coming from. It's just flowing through me. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's just coming out. And it's just coming out. There's this energy, there's this momentum, there's this thing that wants to be born, that wants to be birthed, that wants to be alive, that wants to be out in the world. And I see that happen with people that I admire, like Jason Silva. I see that happen with all kinds of, Terrence McKenna was great at babbling on and rambling on and being really poetic and flowing. But it's the flow state is the state that you get in when you're doing an activity where you lose all track of everything. Time doesn't exist anymore, and the only thing that exists is that activity. When you catch that wave, when you have an awesome surf, when you're in a band, you're jamming in the band and you're improvising, it's like the Grateful Dead, they're masters at improvising and working off of each other and getting into that space and just letting the music flow through them. Painters and artists, when they're painting something and they're really in the groove and they really living in the moment, being here now and getting in flow. And so I'm avoiding using any words like life coach or counselor or anything like that. I'm calling these flow sessions. And another word that I use is mind jams, because we're just gonna get together with our minds and we're just gonna jam. My heart, mind, soul, body, just jam out. Just jam out. Let the rhythm of what's going through you take over. And I'll talk more about this, but I just wanted to give this update. So again, just to recap, the next podcast that I will release will be next week, next Friday. And there was no podcast last week because I was at the music festival for 4 days. But I made a lot of great connections there, and we're going to have some great podcasts with the creator of Sonic Bloom, which is the best music festival I've ever been to. And it was just so awesome. The art and the music and the love and the food and the connection and just all of it was just perfect. So I'm going to do a recap of that. We're going to dive into that, and we're going to have artists and the creator of the festival on the show. We're going to talk to them. And on my website, you can find the shop where you can buy the Mikeadelic jungle stickers that I designed for Sonic Bloom. They're like a kind of a purple and green, gold kind of jungle stickers. I'm going to be making more stuff. Right now I have more stuff available for people who sign up as Patreon, as patrons. So if you want to be a patron of the show, you can also find that on my website. You can also go to patreon.com/MikeBrank. You can donate as little as $1 a month, $2 a month. Every little bit helps, and you support the show. It helps the show grow. It helps me put more money back into the show to make it better. And I have cool things there like more stickers and t-shirts. And there's also the Mikeadelic Inner Sanctum WhatsApp chat group, which I might be moving to Slack. I don't know. Slack's pretty cool, but the WhatsApp chat group seems to be working, and it's people from all around the world connecting with each other and sharing trip reports and stories and news articles, and it's just a great group of people. So shout out to them. So if you become a patron, you get access to all these cool things. And if you like what I'm doing, always, just share it, tell people about it. You don't need me to tell you what to do. When you like something, you know what to do. Share it, like it, subscribe, share it on social media, blog about it, write about it, talk about it. Invite me on your show. Invite me on your, to do something. I'm always open for anything. If there's any people out there that want me to showcase their music or their art, send it to me, message me. Go to my website, go to the contact form. If you have any suggestions for guests or anything, I love making this show a collaborative effort, and the feedback that you give me is tremendously important and you're in a way help designing the show, and the patrons of this show are the producers of this show that really guide where things are going. So anyway, I couldn't do it without you guys, and I'm just so grateful and feel so much love to be able to be in this position to do these things. And to offer the services that I am now going to be offering, and I really feel this is going to be really something very special. I'm doing this because I believe that I have something to offer for people, and I believe that we can make some really deep connections, that we can get into great conversations, that we can move into a flow state, and that we could start to discover more about ourselves, our lives, who we want to become, what we want to do, and what we want to accomplish. And I don't sit above you in any way. I'm right here with you, face to face, eye to eye, just as someone to get into this conversation with, to help guide the flow states with. And through these podcasts, I hope to do the same thing, offering awesome information and wisdom from the guests that I have on the show. So thanks to all of you, and thanks to the guests that have been on this show. And we'll resume this podcast next Friday. I appreciate you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and go check out all that new stuff on my website, and look out for the new podcast that will be coming out where I'll be explaining more. It's Mikeadelic.com. The Patreon is patreon.com/MikeBrank. And you can go to Apple Podcasts also and leave a 5-star rating and review if you really feel compelled to do that. Every little bit helps, and I really appreciate it very much. This is an independent show. I'm not a part of a network. I have no producers. It's all me. So I like it that way. I like to keep it as real and as raw and as honest and transparent as possible. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. Peace.